2025. Margot, please take it away.
I, Margot G.K., the Town Clerk of the Town of Morristown, do hereby state that it is 7:30 p.m. on Tuesday, October 28, 2025, and that this regular meeting is being held in Council Chambers, 200 South Street, Morristown, New Jersey. Adequate notice of this meeting was provided according to law by written notice to the Morristown Daily Record, the official newspaper of the Town of Morristown, and to the Newark Star Ledger, both more than 48 hours ago. Notice was also posted on the bulletin board at Town Hall and filed with the office of the Town Clerk of the Town of Morristown. I do further state that I shall enter into the minutes of this meeting a statement that such notice was furnished as particularly described by me in this public announcement. We'll take a roll call. Councilwoman Foster.
Here.
Councilman Iannaccone. Here. Councilwoman Lindsay is not here. Councilman Polipchuk.
Here.
Councilman Russo.
Here.
Councilman Silva, we expect shortly. Council President Umbriac.
Here.
Mr. President, you have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Let's please pause for a moment of silence.
Council President, if you, in the public, could remember Christine Conti Collins, who passed away, long-time resident of Morristown. Met her when she lived on Walker and lived at 40 Park. She's been here many times to our council meetings and was an advocate for a lot of different things, and met her in my early career at Belcour a very, very long time ago. She will be truly missed, and our thoughts and prayers are out to her and her family.
Thank you. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, there are 3 items on the consent agenda this evening. I will be taking separate votes on each. The first item is the approval of minutes for the October 14, 2025 regular town council meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Okay, just give me 1 second, I'm sorry. Oh, I guess we didn't have to because
Pastor Silva's not here.
Pastor Silva is not here. On the adoption of the October 14th minutes, Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannaccone. Yes. Councilman Polipchuk.
Yes.
Councilman Silva is not here. Councilman Russo.
Yes.
Council President Umbriac.
Yes.
Motion carries. Minutes are adopted. The second item is a social affair permit approval for the Education Foundation of Morris Plains to have a fundraising event on November 12th, 2025.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
On the adoption, Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannaccone. Yes. Councilman Polipchuk.
Yes.
Councilman Russo.
Yes.
Council President Umbriac.
Yes.
Motion carries. Approval granted. And finally, there is a request for a Georgian Court block party, October 31st, from 5 to 7 p.m.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannaccone. Abstain. Councilman Polipchuk.
Yes.
Councilman Russo.
Yes.
And Council President Umbriac.
Yes.
Motion carries. Block party is approved.
Thank you. I'd like to make a motion to move the mayor's proclamations and presentations up, since we have so many people here from the Little League.
Second.
Okay. On,
And we got to vote. We got to vote first.
oh,
He's assuming it's going to be
He's
passed.
assuming.
yes,
Okay.
on the motion to amend the regular agenda to move up mayor's proclamations and presentation, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are good.
All right, come on up, mayors. And come on up.
Kenneth and the team, come on up. Come on. Be shot.
What's up, Sweet Tea? Sweet Tea.
How you doing, man? Good to see you. All right. Yeah.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Come on. Come over here, mayors. No, Jason, come on over here. So we also have the mayor from Morris Township here, Donna Gariglia.
Gariglia.
Gariglia. I never get it right. And Mayor Jason Carr from Morris
You're an
Plains.
Irish guy.
I'm an Irish guy. I can't get the Italian names right. So we're going to be doing a joint proclamation, and just for the record, if you want copies for each individual, just call the office and we'll get them all printed up for you, and then you get them to all your players. All right, so you can frame, you won't give them with a frame, but you can frame them when you get them all. So we're going to read this into the record, so this will be in the history books. For 100 years from now, people will say, what did the Morristown Area Little League do on this day, or actually on the day that's on this? So let's read it into the record. This is a joint mayoral proclamation, Town of Morristown, Town of Morris Township, and Morris Plains Borough, honoring the 2024 Morristown Area Little League 12-year-old All-Stars. The Morristown Area Little League, better known as MALL, 12-year-old All-Stars have brought extraordinary pride, recognition, and inspiration to our communities during their unforgettable 2024 season. Through relentless dedication, teamwork, and heart, the MALL 12-year-olds All-Star advanced from district champions to New Jersey state champions, and then to the Metro Regional Tournament, placing themselves among the top 1.8% of Little League teams in the nation, just one step away from Little League World Series in Williamsport. This historic run united the families, friends, and residents of Morristown, Morris Township, and Morris Plains, forging a shared sense of pride and community spirit that extended far beyond the playing field. 2024 All-Stars displayed elite athleticism and sportsmanship, compiling remarkable statistics including 153 hits, 20 doubles, 26 home runs, 155 runs scored, and a team ERA of just 1.02, allowing only 12 earned runs and earning a global ranking of 15 out of more than 2,400 teams. The impact of this team has reached far beyond the diamond, for young athletes being recognized across state lines, to new friendships formed, and to transitions made easier by the visibility and camaraderie of the special group fostered. The achievements of the MALL 12-year-old All-Stars were made possible through the tireless efforts of coaches, parents, league volunteers, and unwavering support of the community. Now, therefore, we, undersigned mayors of Morristown, Morris Township, and Morris Plains, do hereby proclaim our collective admiration and gratitude to the 2024 Morristown Area Little League 12-year-old All-Stars and recognize them for the community champions and exemplars of excellence, dedication, and sportsmanship. We call upon all residents to join us in celebrating the extraordinary team whose journey has brought lasting pride to our towns and inspired future generations to dream big and play with heart. Congratulations, all of you. The press is going to want to take your picture. That was our staff for the game last night? Can we get a picture with the mayors? Come on, guys. Okay, everybody, big smiles. Ready? 3, 2, 1. One more with the flag. Yes, 2, 1. Thank you. And now, before we leave Morris Township and Morristown, Mayor from Morris Plains, let's say a few words. Open our minds.
I just want to say, number one, congratulations. But most of all, what I want to say is, I know you've done this many times before, but I'm sure along the way how much you have thanked your parents, your families, and your coaches for the dedication that they too put in to any young athlete and their success. Because without that, as much as you all have a ton of natural born ability, it takes a lot to make sure that athletes excel to the level that you all have. I also just want to say I work with a lot of athletes, And you probably know this about a lot of Little League champions that go on. You will never forget this moment, no matter what you do, whether it's in sports or school or what you do later on in life. You will always remember this moment. You will remember this team. You will remember the friendships, the bonds you made. And some of you will go on and probably be great baseball players. Some of you will go on and probably excel in another sport. And others will go on, and someday you may be sitting in Mayor Doherty's chair, or you may be somewhere else, wherever you are. But young athletes, because of your dedication, your willingness to work together, your willingness to understand at such a young age that by being a cohesive team, you are part of something much bigger than yourselves. You're all going to be very successful. So remember this moment, especially as you get older.
So I'd just like to say hats off to you guys. When the three towns kind of merged, people were kind of scratching their head, how's this going to work? And you guys are the example of how this is going to work. The coaches and you guys, you brought three communities together, right? Social media was a buzz when you guys were going back and forth, and what's the score, and the phones and the texts and everything else was going on, and who was following you, who probably normally would never follow baseball, but because you guys were excelling in what you did, they followed it. But it was so important and so fun to watch how the communities came together. They were behind you, they were rooting for you, they were coming to games when normally they wouldn't come to games. So kudos to you guys. I hope you enjoyed the whole run. I know that you have a bright future ahead of you. Like the mayor said, no matter what you do, you're going to remember this. I do recommend that each one of you take a proclamation, because that really spells it all out and exactly what you guys did. You should remember it and all be damn proud of yourselves. Congratulations.
Just call my office and we'll get each one of you your own proclamations and get the seal from the two towns, and you'll have the rest of your life. And what's really cool about this is I coached Little League for a number of years on the American League side. And I even got out to coaching Babe Ruth for a couple years. And I actually got to coach the 12-year-old All-Stars when I was coaching many years ago when I didn't have white hair. So it is really great to see how far it's come and what you guys and you coaches and families have put together. Really proud to be a mayor at this time with these mayors to celebrate how great of a team you had and how far you went. So congratulations, and work hard, study hard, and do well in school, and keep playing sports. Okay, thanks, guys. Thank you. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
That's okay.
See you, mayors. Bye, Donna. Thanks, see you later.
Happy Halloween.
What's that?
But first, I'd like to announce that Councilman Silva arrived at 7:42.
Thank you. Thank you. Chief, you want to come on up before you sit down?
Evening, Chief.
Good evening.
Good evening, all. Michael Corcoran, Director of Public Safety for the town of Morristown. Just want to thank Mayor, members of council, Ms. Barrick, for your support tonight as we welcome two of our newer officers to our ranks, in Officer Mayer and Officer Green. Great additions to the department, did a great job in training, and it allows us to expand our community engagement unit and also our newly created traffic safety unit, which will be rolling out in a couple weeks. So a lot of great things happening in the PD side, and we're very proud of Officers Mayer and Green and what they've accomplished so far, and proud of the men and women of the Morristown Police Department for what they do every day. With that, best chief anywhere, Chief Darnell Richards.
Officer Mayer and your parents hold your Bible for you. Come on up. You can sit right there. Before you get sworn in, a brief bio of Officer Nicholas Mayer. He was born and raised in Morristown. He played several sports and enjoyed time outside while growing up. He attended Rowan University and earned his bachelor's degree in sociology. In his free time, he enjoys cooking, hiking, attending concerts, and sporting events. He's been working towards becoming fluent in Spanish for nearly 2 years. Officer Mayer is excited about his future with the Morristown Bureau of Police and is looking forward to continuing to build strong connections with our town residents. Officer Nicholas Mayer.
Please place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Nicholas Mayer,
do solemnly swear
that
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments
and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United
and
States
in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of police officer
of the Office of Police Officer
for the Morristown Bureau of Police
for the Morristown Bureau of Police
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Officer Dominic Green. Hold the Bible. Officer Dominic Green has a strong background in public service and is excited to be part of the Morristown Bureau of Police team. He served in the United States Army with the 82nd Airborne Division stationed in Fort Bragg. He completed a 9-month stint in combat deployment in Afghanistan. On discharge from the military, he began his law enforcement career in Durham Police Department in North Carolina, gaining valuable experience in Durham that continues to shape his proactive approach to policing. In his spare time, he enjoys free time with his outdoors fishing, horseback riding, and being with loved ones. Dominic Green.
I state your name,
I, Dominic Green,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments
and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United
and
States
in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of police officer
of the Office of Police Officer
for the Morristown Bureau of Police
for the Morristown Bureau of Police
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. Thanks, everyone.
righty. At this time, I will open the floor for a public hearing on any matter. When called upon, please approach the microphone, state your name and address, and limit your comments to 3 minutes or less. Be advised that any derogatory comments targeting members of council and/or administration may be ruled out of order.
Let's start in the back. Ms. Carrington, please.
Good evening, I'm Linda Carrington, 49 McCullough Avenue. I just have a request. I'm here to request a street lights on Miller Road. The area in need of lighting has an existing utility pole, and the location is across from 21 Miller Road. And the photographs, one shows the tag, and the other shows the location. Who would like this?
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm turning this over to you, and thank you.
Thank you, Linda.
You want to see?
Yeah, we need, Jillian's gonna need it for tomorrow.
Thank you. I saw another hand on this side. The lady in the back, please, in the green.
Debbie McCumber, 2 Edgell Avenue, Morris Township. I'm also representing the League of Women Voters.
Dana Levens, Chester Township.
We're here to thank you again for supporting us with the No Kings 2 rally. I want to start by describing a little story. Yesterday, I was in my yard and my neighbor drove by, and she stopped, and she was shaking, and she said she had just been at an intersection where someone behind her honked, and she thought, well, did I do something wrong? And then she drove further, another mile, and then the same person pulled up next to her and rolled down his window and started shouting words at her and accusing her of hating America and using words that were not polite, because she had a magnet on her car that said something like no kings or no authoritarians. It didn't say anything nasty. And she had a child in the back seat who was 2.5, also of color. And this is why we rally. You provided a place for people like my neighbor Chris, who could come along with 8,000 other people to come together in community to say we need to be able to speak out. We need to be in community together. We need to say this is wrong. And we just really appreciate that Morristown is a place that supports us, that allows us to do this. And we know it's expensive. We know there's a lot of resources. We appreciate Michael Corcoran for the police support and the safety team support. And everybody felt secure. Everybody felt safe. Everybody felt like they had a place to share together, including the speakers, and we just really appreciate that. We are going to give a small donation to the town. I know it's not enough, but we're a nonprofit run by volunteers, and so I'm representing myself, Dana Levens, Kendall, let me say your name. Cornelia Alter. Allison Griffin, and Judy Kelly with NJ 11th for Change. We are the 5 organizers of this rally and many of the other rallies.
Ms.
So
McCumber,
thank
your
you.
time is up if you want to finish your comments.
I'm fine.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. Supportive. Thank you. Yes, gentleman in the front here. Yep.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
My name is Peter Austin, and I'm third-generation owner of 89 Morris Street in right across from the M Station. I've going back about 3 years, I've tried to get anybody to listen about the traffic problem in Town Lane. It's very hazardous. There's a lot of simple solutions to some of the things, like for one, fixing the stop sign that literally has fallen down onto the ground at times. It's not visible, and it's exacerbated by the Sunday market when there's more people down there. There's no police presence, no traffic control. I don't want to say I wish we had done something after, excuse me, somebody gets hit. And then to worsen things, I have one of my best tenants, Rumble, in the building, and they don't have any parking on Sunday mornings with the market. And we also observed that the lot across the street behind Santa Fe is not open to the public on Sunday. So now with that new restaurant, Tate, that's open, there's absolutely no parking. Like, those people are now coming down to Lot 10. So I don't know if anybody can do anything for us, but we're gonna ask.
Yeah, I just wanted to say hello, everyone. All you guys are welcome to come to the gym workout. We all need to work out. I'm a former law enforcement from the city of New York also. I think it's actually a pedestrian hazard. I think it's becoming, I literally see people getting into fist fights over parking spaces and stuff like that. I tell them to come in the gym and punch the bags, don't punch each other. And, you know, cars circling around. So, you know, I think it's causing like a big hazard because you have a lot of cars in that area circling around looking for parking, as well as pedestrians walking to the market, walking to the businesses there. I think, I haven't been in the town for too long, 2 years at this point, but based on the history that Mr. Austin has been telling me is that you know, I think it's kind of outgrowing the space there. I think the market's become big. I think the businesses around there are flourishing to the point that they're getting a lot of clients. Parking in that area is just becoming a hazard, I think. So I have been in communication and with all the agencies involved with it, like Morristown Partnership. I've been in communication with the police chief. Everyone's been very friendly and open to suggestions. I know it might be a situation that might not happen anytime soon, maybe by next year or so, but I highly suggest and believe that maybe moving the market to somewhere a little bit more safer with less pedestrian traffic, if that is an option. I know Mr. Austin knows the area and the town a little bit better. He even had a suggestion of like behind the Hilton, is it, or something like
Well,
that?
there's a space that's down off like by the Mount Bethel Church, is it? Where they do the food bank?
I don't know if that's an option. Yeah, I know.
But even in the absence of moving the market, there's some very simple solutions, like I say, that could be worked out there initially just to free up some parking. And there are actually 4 tenants total on Sunday mornings that are having problems.
All right.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you, gentlemen.
What is your name, sir?
My name's Miguel Cueto. I'm the owner of Rumble Boxing Morristown.
Thank you.
This is Mr. Peter Austin. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you,
very much,
gentlemen.
guys.
Thank you. Mr. Burns, would you like to come up?
Good evening. My name is Bill Byrne. I live at 100 Franklin Street. And I just been seeing a lot of people riding e-bikes on the sidewalk. And also electric scooters. But also, too, I seen people like I was on a back street campaigning, and I was getting ready to cross, and thank God I didn't cross. I mean, these people are not stopping at these signs, man. They're just going right through. And one car just missed me. It was a good thing that I just, you know, stayed back and hesitated because I almost got killed twice. And so this thing about e-bikes is getting to be a joke. It's getting to be old because all I keep on hearing is police don't want to enforce it, okay? But then they also talk about, hey, Mr. Byrne, we want you to support us on the contract for the police. Well, maybe if they would start enforcing things, maybe they would get a good contract. So I think it's about high time that we cut the politics and we start working on this stuff. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Byrne. Anybody else? Public comment? If not, I will close the public session. Responses to the comments? Yes, Bob.
First one, Peter, you mentioned that to me before about parking with Wilmot and the fact that you have stores that are open on Sunday. I must say, that is a very unique, very nice location for the farmer's market. I don't think we could probably find a better location for the farmer's market other than at that location. And I do think that we have to work with you to resolve parking. I'm a little surprised because we can check on it, but the parking lot across the street with that station, it must be open on Sundays, because there's stores now that are open on Sundays in there. We should check that out, maybe we can check that out.
Parking for patrons is very limited.
It's very limited.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's access from Spring Place for retail only.
But maybe, Peter, I'll come by one Sunday, we could walk, and maybe we'll bring somebody, maybe I'll bring the mayor, maybe we can walk the parking lot, see what we can do. But to change that location, I got, sometimes you just have to call it for what it is. Well, I do really.
We can't go back and forth. In terms of, just to follow up on that, Steve, do you know when the farmer's market, how late it goes into the winter at that location?
It's not long.
Because eventually that lot, the farmer's market's going to have to move. So, that lot, MHA is proposing, or I'm sorry, the parking authority is proposing potentially a parking garage. So the location will have to move eventually. But I think one of the quick wins, you mentioned that the stop sign is falling down. Maybe, Jillian, if we can look into that and have a permanent fix with that. Sorry to cut you off, Bob.
And the other thing we may look at is, I think the parking authority may, check this, they may have bought that lot next to the roller rink. Did they buy that lot? That lot is open, that's where I sneak and park when I go to the farmer's market. I don't know if it's open.
Giving away your secrets.
We're gonna have to ticket Bob. That is a big open lot, and I always park it, so maybe we can have a formal notice on that.
So the farmer's market goes to the Sunday before Thanksgiving is the last one there.
Okay, thank you.
On the other point about scooters, Bill, we looked at this ordinance. Remember, we passed this ordinance a while ago, and we took a look at it. Electric bikes and electric scooters are not allowed on sidewalks. We know that, and we went
Right.
and checked that. But I don't see it as, I personally, because I walk around town a lot, I haven't seen, Bill, the problem that you may have realized. I walk in Hoboken 2 or 3 days a week, and I know exactly what he's talking about. They're absolutely dangerous, when they start getting a lot of them on the road. I think it's just something that we keep an eye on.
Yeah, so we do have signage up, Mr. Byrne. We do have signage up. It's a matter of enforcement, and we just swore in 2 new officers this evening that are going to be part of that. So, hopefully we'll address that with our new officers that were just sworn in.
And I personally have encountered bikes on the sidewalk, yes.
Yeah.
In regards to the parking, I think that for the period of the farmer's market, we should help with MHA to make sure that your tenants will find parking for that period of time, plus the other thing that you suggested.
And to Ms. McComber, thank you for coming and sharing your sentiments with the town of Morristown. Thank you to our administration for allowing the event to happen, and thank you to our public safety director and our chief of police for making sure that people felt safe and secure so that they could exercise their right. The last thing I'll say, for Ms. Carrington, the light on 21 Miller Road, the information was shared with business administrator, so expect some follow-up on that as well. Any other comments from council? Okay, thank you.
I'll address a couple of those comments.
Okay.
One
Yeah,
is-
let's move to the report of the mayor and town
Yeah,
officials.
So it's good to see you, Peter, good to see you. I haven't seen you in quite a while. And I can tell you from one of my my son goes to Rumble on a regular basis, and if you go there long enough, you really do become very strong, and you know how to box, you know how to hit. So I've seen some major transformation of my own relative, my own son, in your business, and I understand it's doing really well. I mean, really well. And he's shaking his head, yes. I hear it's one of the top Rumble franchise. Is there a franchise? Yeah, right. So I've been hearing nothing but good things about it, and so congratulations to a great business. I'll take the opportunity to walk with Bob, but I really think we bring the parking authority with us,
Yep.
so they understand how the lot is operated. They do have a contract on that property of the roller rink, so we can address that with them as far as it goes with the on Sunday, especially with the farmers market. If
Right.
that lot is available, that's a perfect place for your employees, for businesses. But we'll go down that road, and I'm sure you've had some conversations with. Like you said before, they're probably telling you the same thing, that the MPA is going to build a deck there, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and things are going to have to be moved around to begin with. But in the meantime, we got to find a solution to your problem. It's great that the businesses are flourishing. It's great for your as the owner of Wilmot Walk. It's terrific that I see businesses alive and doing well there. So we're very excited about that. So we'll get together, we'll work on it, we'll figure something out, we'll follow up with you. Again, I just want to echo the chief of police and the public safety director and all the police officers that partook in the No Kings rally. When you get 8,000 people in an area like that, and to do what they did, and the way they just were there, you didn't even know they were there. They blend in, they talk to people. Everybody I talk to after that rally says the same thing. They just absolutely love our police department. So hats off to not just the chief and the brass, but hats off to the officers that are talking to the public, and for the detectives and the undercover people that are within the crowd to make sure people stay safe. And a shout out to the county because they were involved too, the Sheriff's Department, other agencies, to make sure that people that came to exercise their First Amendment right of free speech were safe, and they could partake in what they need to do to express their First Amendment rights. And we'll always support people's First Amendment rights, whether you agree or don't agree. And believe me, I've confronted people who thought that I should condemn the No Kings rally, and my answer to them was very simple. The First Amendment gives you the right to free speech. It's not like going into a movie theater and yelling, "There's a fire." It's a little different. And it's the same as when the Speaker of the House, Michael Johnson, said that if you went to a No Kings rally, you're un-American and you hate America, and you're a Hamas supporter. I am neither. I love America and I'm not a Hamas supporter. So it's the same, his right to free speech as the same right to the people who came to that rally to exercise their right of free speech in our Constitution. So let's put that to rest. So congratulations for putting that on and for what the police did for that. Now, e-bikes. There are a few new ordinances out there that I think we need to research. There's some states that have done some things that we need to take a look at. On our books, the police department have the right to confiscate a e-bike for 24 hours. Chief, I think that's the law. Yes, 24 hours. We have a traffic division we're going to be rolling out. We have an agreement with the partnership that's going to put walking police officers in our downtown that we're just trying to find people to hire. So that will be part of the whole solution of the e-bike and scooters. Now, remember, kids are allowed on the sidewalk at a certain age. But yes, it's a problem. It's not a massive problem, but I've encountered them. I do talk to people when I see them on an e-bike to, hey, you can't ride the bike on the sidewalk. You have to be in the street. I just want to make sure I don't want a youth, someone underage on an e-bike, because some of these kids are young, riding these e-bikes on the street, on South Street, if they're allowed on the sidewalk. But the problem is they're so fast. These things do 25, 30 mile an hour. and we don't want someone getting hit on South Street. So you heard a complaint from the public. The council agrees that we need to do something more than just signs. So, Chief, I think a good message to the public would be if people start getting their bikes confiscated, maybe they'll think twice about, even though we can only hold them for 24 hours. And remember, you can't have a police officer in every corner. You know, they're out doing their job, they're out, you know, they're not everywhere. We would like them to be everywhere, but they're not, unless you want to hire another 50 police officers. And then we can't afford it. So the best we can do is work with the police department into when they can identify it, when they get their street, when they get their downtown walking police with the partnership that is funding that. When we get that going and we get the traffic division going, I think you'll see some improvements along that line. I think that's the best way to address that. Now I'll read my list. Okay. 15th of October, we had a Q&A with the seniors in Morristown Senior Center. Obviously, they're always well-attended, and they're always full of great questions. On the 16th of October, J.C. Reese reopened the ribbon cutting at 68 South Street. They've been in town for a very, very long time. I'm really happy for Tommy. Great layout, great store for your eye care and getting your glasses and sunglasses. The 17th, we had the grand opening of King's Four Seasons Wine and Liquor. For those who missed having that in King's when they went shopping, it is back. So we have a new operator there, which is terrific. On the 18th, the League of Women Voters had the No Kings rally here and in front of Town Hall steps, well attended, well done. Morris County's 5th annual National Coming Out event was held on Pioneer Plaza by the Morris County Prosecutor's Office. Was able to go by after this rally we had the same day. And we're going to thank you to the Prosecutor's Office in the county for recognizing the National Coming Out event at Pioneers Plaza. They do it every year. On October 25th, the Rotary Used Bicycle and Sewing Machine Collection Drive was at Town Hall. We had a grand opening, a joint grand opening with the Morris Township Mayor. She was so kind to invite me, along with the One Paw Away Dog Hotel at 467 South Street. The interesting about that, if you guys remember, One Paw started in a small store on Speedwell. On the corner of Early and Speedwell, they opened up a small storefront called One Paw. You remember that? Well, now they have a hotel, dog hotel, on South Street. They have taken that one little store and created some type of business. You can drive, they have daycare, they have, you can board your dogs, they can groom your dogs. And let me tell you, there were a lot of dogs there the day we cut the ribbon. So, me as a dog owner, it's great to have that in our metro area between the township and the town working together. It's terrific. Hats off to the Morris Arts Pumpkin Illumination and Parade. They held at Vale Mansion. Super well attended, packed. So thank you to Morris Arts. A lot of fun, and it wasn't bitter cold and it wasn't raining. So for those who were there, Chris and those who attended, thank you. It was a great night. Morris Area Little League at the end of the year picnic. I was able to stop by and talk to them and had great conversations and at their awards at Vernon Park and terrific group. A lot of people, so that was great that they were celebrating the end of the year picnic and awards at Vernon Park, and that was last weekend. Sunday, October 26th, ribbon cutting was held at Roast Coffee. For those who were in attendance, council members, saw a pretty long line, really long line. A lot of people have been waiting for that to open up. It's the old Smart World Coffee. They did some job in that place. It's really cool. You got to take the time to go in, get a cup of coffee, and check out what they did there. It's pretty cool. So that's Roast. We also had Mindy's Munches. So if you like chocolate, go down on Schuyler right next to Kirschenbaum Bakery, and you can get some pretty good chocolate. Right, Chris?
Oh, yeah?
I mean, really good chocolate. And you got some, too. So, well, I could segue right into that. How about a round of applause? Jillian celebrated her 10 years here.
Oh, wow.
10 years is, you know, you don't find a lot, you know, it's tough business she's in. You know, this is not easy to be the business administrator of this community. So congratulations on your 10-year anniversary here at Marston. I can't believe 10 years went by. I can't believe it. It's amazing, absolutely amazing how fast time goes. And grand opening, and congratulations to Bravo Barbershop and Beauty Salon on 197 Speedwell Avenue. Councilman Russo and I attended that ribbon cutting, and that was as big as roast. And it was, they had a full breakfast afterwards. It was great. It is great to see our Latino entrepreneurs, great design of the barbershop, terrific job, well attended. Priest from St. Margaret's came over, blessed everybody, blessed the, it was just a great ribbon cutting, and my hats off to our Latino community and the continued entrepreneurs and growing their businesses and supporting their community, and we should support them too. So congratulations to Bravo Barbershop and Beauty Salon. Who's a lot today? October 31st, the Morristown Partnership's annual downtown trick or treat. That is this Friday from 2 to 6. You want to see something really cool? You guys should be out and walking around with these kids. You probably got kids going, walking around down there.
Just a few.
Those who have kids that age. It's a lot of fun, and we have something in front of Town Hall. We have our annual Halloween event from 2 to 5 that the Recreation Department puts on in the front of Town Hall. It's a lot of fun. Saturday, mark your calendars, November 1st. This, if you haven't been to this, take some time just to go up and walk around and talk to people. The Market Street Mission is having your annual coat giveaway on the Morristown Green. They've been doing it for as long as I can remember. Hats off to the people that come and stand in line for hours and hours and hours to get a coat. But hats off to all the people that donate these coats, because there are really amazing coats. I mean, serious winter coats that people need and people that are in need. And so my hat's off not just to the Market Street Mission for running this event every year, but for the people that donate those coats year after year after year after year. And we get people that come from Pennsylvania, from New York, from all around this area who are in need of coats. So it's a great event, and hats off to the Market Street Mission. Now, the most important thing I'm going to talk about tonight before there's quite more, it's 2 pages. Don't forget, the general election is November 4th. Polls open at 6. Mail-in ballots are still available. Get your mail-in ballots in. Early voting is going on. It started the 25th. It ends November 2nd. It's here at Town Hall. Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sundays, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. All registered voters in Morris County are eligible to vote early. Tuesday, November 11th, Town Hall will be closed in observance of Veterans Day. 10 a.m. Veterans Day service begins at Morris Township Municipal Building on the 11th, and 11 a.m. Veterans Day services at the Morristown Green. Special announcement, Ralph Panay, Assistant Municipal Engineer, is retiring on November 1st. After 40 years with the town of Morristown, his extensive experience and historical knowledge has enriched municipal personnel both within the engineering division and within Town Hall. He will be missed, and we will miss him, and we wish him health, happiness, and success that lies ahead. So if you ever had any interaction with Ralph, he really did understand everything that there is about engineering in the town of Morristown. Great employee. I know Anthony, our engineer, will miss him, and as we will too at the front office. That's all I have. It's a mouthful, but it's all positive stuff, so it's all good. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's move to council liaison reports. Councilman Pilipchuk.
No report.
No report. Councilman Russo.
Last planning board meeting, we had something big go through. If you checked out Morristown Green, so check it out if you haven't. Some great stuff coming to Morristown. As far as our next meeting, there's nothing on the docket as of right now for this month, so we'll see what happens.
Thank you. Councilman Silva.
Yes, the Morristown Parking Authority had the regular meeting last October 15th, Next meeting will be November 12th. At the 15th meeting, this report came out. Installation of EV chargers is completed and is expected to be operational soon in all 3 garages. And again, charging fees will apply. Dalton Restoration 2025 work is nearing completion. Bid documents, the conditions assessments for both the Hart and Bank Garage have been completed. Bid documents are being prepared for restoration work at both garages. Dumont and Pine, the MPA has officially closed on the property, the purchase of the property located at that place, at that 2 streets. And the last thing is budget. The authority budget was introduced at the October 15 meeting.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Council President?
Yes, sir.
I might as well give the report because Tina's not here.
Okay.
For the housing, and keep her in your thoughts and prayers. She's a little laid up right now, but she's getting better. Housing Authority really hadn't had too many issues. The main thing that came up was they voted in their new chair again, Martha Ballard, and their vice chair, and they addressed any heating complaints, which we got over last week. All the boilers are on, all the radiator heat is on, and anybody who complained, they're going individually to each unit, and they've had maintenance person stay overnight in case any calls for heat that didn't come on because the nights are getting cooler. They were there overnight. So at least OHS is staffing and addressing the calls as fast as they can as they're getting into we don't want to be in January dealing with heating calls. So at least they're addressing it, and that was pretty much the whole meeting.
All right, thank you. Okay, Margot, we can move to regular business, please.
Okay, we have one ordinance for introduction this evening, and that's ordinance O-43-2025, ordinance rescinding an ordinance and deleting a designated handicap parking space on Clyde Potts Drive from section 7-40.2 of the Code of the Town of Morristown.
I'll make a motion to introduce ordinance number O-43-2025.
Second.
Any comments or questions from council? Okay, on the introduction of ordinance O-43-2025, Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone.
Yes.
Councilman Polypchuk.
Yes.
Councilman Russo.
Yes.
Councilman Silva.
Yes.
Council President Umbreak.
Yes.
Ordinance O-43 has been introduced properly by title and will be considered further after a public hearing on November 13th. There are 4 ordinances for public hearing and adoption. The first is ordinance O-35-2025. Ordinance amending Chapter 30 of the Code of the Town of Morristown, Section 30-207, regarding the planned walkable neighborhood zoning district overlay.
I will make a motion to adopt ordinance number O-35-2025.
Second.
At this time, I'll open the floor for a public hearing on ordinance O-35 only. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Any comments or questions from council?
I have some questions. Can we call Phil for a second? Phil came on. And Phil, I'm sorry, we only got to speak very briefly. I called you too early this morning. I had an early.
It's okay.
So I'm sorry about that. But my concern with this is that, just explain to me why this isn't spot zoning.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's my concern, because it's very clearly focused on a specific piece of property, though there's other properties that haven't fully developed that are subject to this overlay zone. So why aren't we just leaving it to the Board of Adjustment or the Planning Board to hear the variances in context of the hearing in the review process, as opposed to changing the zoning ordinance, when it would also subsequently apply to other properties that fall into that zone and into that overlay?
Yeah. So you asked a lot of questions.
Well, it's only one question, but you may have to answer other questions to get.
Yeah. So I'm going to answer 2 questions. I'm going to answer one, why it's not spot zoning, and to get there, I guess I'm going to talk a little bit about the history of why this came up. So as this council knows, we're going through the 4th round affordable housing process with 500 other towns in New Jersey. Everybody is kind of going through and negotiating, modifying their zoning when it comes to housing. Part of that process was once we had an obligation, property owners, developers were expected to come to municipalities and either file challenges formally with the court or make their interest known. This came out of
that process, where there was a concern expressed that a zoning ordinance was amended in 2023 that created a standard that made the density impossible to meet. It created a conflicting standard within the code. So we were changing larger mechanisms and cross-references, and there ended up being a standard in there that basically, if you couldn't build certain building types within like 100 feet of the property line, and things of that nature. So we agreed. It was not intentional. These were global changes to the zoning code, and what we thought was the right solution was to put it back to 2018, not make it part of this affordable housing, litigation, not make it a matter for the courts to have to deal with. So, and I still stand by that decision. I don't think it's something that we want necessarily being decided by the courts. So we were able to avoid that in working with the property owner in modifying the zoning. This is mentioned in the housing plan, in the 2024 housing plan. The planning board adopted that. This was a major point of discussion at the planning board, that different members were asking some of the very same questions that you were. So that's how we got to where we are. Why it's not spot zoning? Spot zoning really looks at, looking at an individual piece of property. This property is very unique. It was the one piece in 2007 zoning code. It was called RG, garden apartment. It was the only property zoned garden apartment. It's the back of the Menon property. It's like 7 or 8 acres. It's an extremely unique piece of property to start with. It was always sitting in its own zoning district within its neighborhood. And we did not make modifications to this property in particular. We made modifications to the entire district in which it sits. There's some properties on Franklin that sit in the PWN overlay. So by de facto, I understand your point that some of those other properties are already developed, so it might not affect them the same way. But I think from a spot zoning standpoint, it's not a concern for me. As a planner, as somebody who has to kind of abide by the municipal land use law, that, we changed the zoning ordinance. It affects more than one property. It affects probably 20 or so acres at least in the town. So it's not that we're looking at individual property. So that's yeah.
Actually, what you're also doing for this is actually facilitating avoidance of litigation associated with the housing.
100%.
Okay, and the last question is neighbors have a lot of concerns. They come out for those meetings concerning that property. Will there still be some type of hearing where if and when there's development on that property, the community's going to have an opportunity at their choice to
Right.
Is there, because of this, somebody just can't build, they
No.
still have to come into our site?
So the same, for the neighbors who remember, the same situation that happened, this property there was once an attempt to develop this property in the past. A lot of people came out, a lot of people participated. It was in front of the planning board for many months. And people did participate, and that process, in my opinion, was productive and led to a modification of that project and reduction in unit count. More, better streets than what was originally proposed, better stormwater drainage, better avoidance of steep slopes. Those were all changes that happened as a result of the planning board process and the public that came out. So we're putting things back to the way that they were, and anybody that wants to come forward and develop this property has to go through the same process from the very start. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Phil.
Very well articulated.
Okay, on the adoption of ordinance O-35-2025, Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannicone. Councilman Polypchuk.
Yes.
Councilman Russo.
Yes.
Councilman Silva.
Yes.
Council President Umbreak.
Yes.
Ordinance O-35-2025 is adopted. Ordinance number O-36-2025, ordinance amending Chapter 30 of the Code of the Town of Morristown regarding affordable housing to address the requirements of the Fair Housing Act and the Uniform Housing Affordability Controls, and to comply with the town's Round 4 affordable housing obligations.
I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance number O-36-2025.
Second?
At this time, I open the floor for a public hearing on ordinance O-36 only. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Any comments or questions from council? On the adoption of ordinance O-36-2025, Councilwoman Foster?
Yes.
Councilman Anacone?
Yes.
Councilman Polypchuk?
Yes.
Councilman Russo?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
Council President Umbreak?
Yes.
Ordinance O-36 is adopted. Ordinance number O-40-2025, ordinance amending and supplementing the code of the town of Morristown, Chapter 7 Traffic, Section 7-40.2, handicap parking on streets for private residences, to amend the placard number assigned to a dedicated parking space for a resident of Pine Street.
I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance number O-40-2025.
Second.
This time, I open the floor for a public hearing on ordinance O-40 only. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Any comments or questions from council? On the adoption of ordinance O-40-2025, Councilwoman Foster?
Yes.
Councilman Anacone?
Yes.
Councilman Polypchuk?
Yes.
Councilman Russo?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
Council President Umbreak?
Yes.
Motion carries. Ordinance O-40-2025 is adopted. Ordinance number O-41-2025, ordinance amending and supplementing the code of the town of Morristown, Chapter 7 Traffic, Section 7-40.2, handicap parking on streets for private residences, to amend the placard number assigned to a dedicated parking space for a resident of Cobb Place.
I will make a motion to adopt ordinance number O-41-2025.
Second.
At this time, I'll open the floor for public hearing on ordinance 41 only. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Any comments or questions from council? On the adoption of ordinance O-41-2025, Councilwoman Foster?
Yes.
Councilman Anacone?
Yes.
Councilman Polypchuk?
Yes.
Councilman Russo?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
And Council President Umbreak?
Yes.
Ordinance O-41 is adopted. There are 4 resolutions for adoption this evening. Would any member of council like to pull one for separate consideration?
141.
142.
Okay, I then would ask for a motion to adopt resolution numbers 139, 2025, and R-143, 2025.
I will make that motion.
Second.
On the adoption of those 2 ordinances, Councilwoman Foster?
Yes.
Councilman Anacone? Councilman Polypchuk?
Yes.
Councilman Russo?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
Council President Umbreak?
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution R-141-2025, resolution requesting the New Jersey Department of Transportation for a 6-month award extension for the King Street and Morris Street Pedestrian Safety Improvement Project.
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution number R-141-2025.
Second.
Councilman?
Is there anything we can do to help with the DOT? This is,
In this case, the issue is transit.
this is a cut with transit. That one we can help with.
Yes. So we are working on getting an easement, which is
And I know
necessary.
We're still waiting for South Street.
Well, that one, yes.
I'm not gonna get it, we'll get into that.
We haven't raised.
I think after next Tuesday,
This is a good one.
It'll change
Yes.
after November.
yes. In this case, the equipment that needs to be installed on the other side of King Street in front of the train station requires an easement from New Jersey Transit, which works on New Jersey Transit's time. So the grant has a performance period, but needing to negotiate an easement with New Jersey Transit is a reason that we can ask for an extension to allow for time for that to happen. So that's why the extension request is being asked.
On the
Thank you.
adoption of resolution R-141, 2025, Councilman Foster?
Yes.
Councilman Anacone?
Yes.
Councilman Polypchuk?
Yes.
Councilman Russo?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
Council President Umbreak?
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution R-142-2025, resolution of the Town of Morristown, County of Morris, State of New Jersey, authorizing an extended grace period of the 4th quarter 2025 tax payments for eligible federal employees who are residents of the Town of Morristown affected by the federal government shutdown on October 1st, 2025.
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution number R-142-2025.
Second.
Okay, abstaining. On the adoption of resolution R-142, 2025, Councilwoman Foster?
Just a second. Steve pulled it for separate consideration.
Because he's abstaining.
Oh, he's abstaining.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it. Thank you. My apologies.
I'll explain later.
Well, can I take an opportunity to just say that I think this is a great thing that the administration is doing for those that were affected by the government shutdown. I think this is excellent to extend a grace period for those that might have trouble paying for their taxes. So thank you to the administration for doing this.
Yep.
Excellent.
Thank you.
On the adoption of Resolution R-142, 2025, Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone.
Yes.
Councilman Polypchuk.
Abstain.
Councilman Russo.
Yes.
Councilman Silva.
Yes.
And Council President.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. We have no unfinished old business or new business, but I would like to take an opportunity, and if you haven't seen, hot off the presses today, an announcement was made that the chef Morimoto is opening up a steakhouse at the former location of Jockey Hollow in Vale Mansion. So this is a celebrity chef. This is big news for Morristown. This is a great thing. So if you haven't seen the news or checked it out, please check it out, and let's go grab a steak sometime. Or sushi. And with that, I would like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned.